So I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. It's 8:40 in the morning. Let's show everybody how they can contact the show. There you go. Let me say this, okay? I understand. I get it. Maybe you think I'm not catching on that the president, there's an attempt to impeach the president of the United States. And you're probably, some of you, thinking, why did I do the last segment? Open up with the last segment and go as deep as I did go into the last segment. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Hold on, Sam, go to card a second. I've got to deal with this. Sorry about that brief interruption. I've got to multitask, got things going on, and working on some stories, so I just had to go to a brief there. Anyhow, you might be wondering, and I'll tell you why I put that much time into that segment this morning, is it really hits home to all of us, okay? And we get hurt. We feel the people we could trust, really stab us in the back, like Chick-fil-A has done. And I would tell you that that's on a local level. It hurts on a local level. It hurts when you're totally, you know the Salvation Army and you understand who the Salvation Army is. It just, and I'm wondering how many will come out with a justification for Chick-fil-A, it's separation of church and chicken. What? I mean, seriously, so I think that is a direct shot locally here in our community at our kids, a direct shot at the Salvation Army. I mean, a direct shot at the elderly and our veterans. All right, so I'll get past that. All right, now, yesterday I want to ask you just a quick question. I didn't get to this yesterday. How many of you have heard that Al Sharpton, Al Sharpton has received like $1 million from his charitable organizations? $1 million. I thought that was funny yesterday. I missed this story, and it's Michael Bloomberg, number 32. Okay. Bloomberg back then, number 32. Are we ready or? Okay. I got it. I know what happened. I've seen that. I understand. I get it. It just shows up as the one. So, anyhow, we'll come back to that. Just give me a high sign when those are in. Now, yesterday, like I said, Michael Bloomberg from New York is trying to make a decision on whether or not, and I want to do this quickly, whether or not to run for president of the United States. So, the Democrats are showing every reason they're in fear of Donald Trump and the black vote. The boy who would be king spoke where? Okay, we'll go to this. Okay, now the boy that would be king, Pete Buttigieg, went to where? Morehouse College yesterday. Okay, so he is trying to overcome the older black vote that said, awful damn white, boy gay also. Gotta think about that. I don't care if you get mad at me. I really know, I feel what's going on. I'm feeling it out there. So Buttigieg is trying to get the black vote. Michael Bloomberg's trying to apologize to get the black vote. You know, hold on just a second. Put me on a card. All right, sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that, folks. I can't explain, just something keeps going on that I have to take phone calls for. We will probably be reporting on it later on FetcherNews.com. So sorry about that. But the black vote, Deval Patrick thinks he is set up just in time for South Carolina's black vote. Cory Booker's trying to explain to the African American community, the Democrat black voters, I'm black. They know Trump has really dug in deep on the black vote. And they're trying to figure out how to unroot that from Trump. Now, their roots go much deeper. Democrats' roots go much deeper with the black voters. But Trump has actually moved percentages, multiple percentages of black voters over into his category. They don't want to admit it. The media doesn't like it, but it's true. All right. So I wanted to know if any of you heard that Al Sharpton paid himself $1 million, okay, out of his own charity. Now, Michael Bloomberg wants to, and this is the kind of swamp that Trump is exposing. This is why we're doing this story right here. Should have done it yesterday. But Michael Bloomberg wants to apologize now because he wants to run for office, number 32. Bloomberg says, back then I was wrong, I'm sorry. Now, statistically, they went over and above the stop and frisk rate that they should have. Now, they had areas in New York City that the crime was so bad, murder rate was so high, that stop and frisk did bring down murder rate and crime. But it wasn't until stop and frisk they were trying to meet quotas put out that it kind of went off the rails, the stop and frisk there. The power level went a little too high. So Bloomberg says, back then I was wrong and I'm sorry. I apologize. He is trying to apologize to the black community so he can run for office. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Now, what I thought was funny yesterday on MSNBC, they called in, as Joe Scarborough likes to call him, the Rev. They called in the Rev, number 31. And Scarborough was asking the Rev, what does Bloomberg have to do to get forgiveness? Now, we have all grown up, or most of us have grown up in the world of grace through faith. Yet are we saved? Grace through faith. But the Rev's interpretation of forgiveness is this how much it's going to cost, brother? Here's what we're going to do. You give me X, put it through my charitable organizations, I'll pay my own damn self, my $1 million. And I will come out and I will bestow forgiveness on you for the black community. I will say that you have seen the light. Here's what it's going to cost for me to say you have seen the light. That you no longer walk in that sinful nature of patting a brother down called stop and frisk. So it's really hilarious because it's actually true. Bloomberg, this is how these damn people work. And this is the the reason I wanted to get to this story, because you're going to say, well, you can't compare this to Chick-fil-A and the LGBTQ community. Really? Oh, but there's such nice people over there at Chick-fil-A. The most corrupt people I know are such nice people. I always love it. Oh, they're just so nice. So good to us when we go over there. Yeah, they are. I love it. So the Rev, here it is, number 32. Bloomberg wants to run for office. All right. Back then I was wrong and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He has dropped knee at the altar of the Rev, number 31, and the black community. And they called Al Sharpton in yesterday to let Bloomberg know just how much it was going to cost to get his sins forgiven for frisking a brother. You know, he going to help you. He going to help you find black votes. And that's why he was called in. Because he also said Pete Buttigieg, actually, this domestic terrorist, okay? This domestic terrorist, all right, also said Pete Buttigieg looked like a white guy that was running from the cops that was hiding out in a black church. You look around like, what's he doing here? Okay? So there you go. So we're gonna take a brief break, get ready to talk about some impeachment. But, all right, don't forget, Bloomberg wants to run. He needs forgiveness. Al Sharpton going to let him know how much it costs. How much for just one rib? Take us a break.